Welcome back to lecture 20. Maxima and minima of a function, or combinedly we say extremum of a function. Extremum means maxima and minima, both are included in this word. It is also the part of application of derivatives. So let's start. Critical points of a function. Maxima and minima is a very applicable topic. Suppose you want to increase your profit or maximize your profit by minimizing the money you are investing in your business, then it's a real life application problem. It's based on the application of maxima and minima, but it has many constraints. It can be dependent on more than one variables. So you will study this topic is in operation research in higher engineering mathematics also. So what is the critical point of a function? Let a function y is equal to fx is there, and the critical point is the collection of all points x where f dash x equal to 0 or f dash x does not exist. And I have to use and here. And f dash x does not exist. The points at which derivative is 0, suppose the derivative is 0 at x naught and derivative is not existing at x1, so the collection of point is x naught and x1 will be. So this is the definition of critical point, where the function derivative is 0 and the collection of point where derivative does not exist. What is the, for example, if we take an example for it, fx is equal to x minus 1 to the power 3, then what will be the set of critical points? So f dash x will be 3x minus 1 whole square. Now f dash x if equal to 0, then this is 3x minus 1 whole square equal to 0 will give you x equal to 1 comma 1. So 1 is the critical point here, and it is a polynomial, so it is differentiable everywhere. No need to take worry about this point. But you have x over x plus 1. Then f dash x will be x plus 1 into 1 minus, I'm taking here x square, then it will be 2x, and x square into 1 equal to 2x square plus 2x minus x square over x plus 1 whole square. So f dash x equal to x square plus 2x over x plus 1 whole square. So what will be the critical points? Its a derivative is equal to 0 at 0 comma minus 2, and its a derivative is not defined at minus 1. So minus 1 is also its a critical point. So this is the definition of critical point, and these are some examples. Now what is local or relative maxima and minima? Local word is also replaced with relative word. So suppose we have a function y is equal to fx, and at any point x equal to a, these are the neighborhood of a. This is a minus h and this is a plus h. I have discussed these neighborhoods in the limit chapter and prerequisite chapter. Here h is a very small number, I am taking h positive. So if the value at a, the value of function at a, this is the value at a, is greater than the value of fa plus h at x equal to a plus h, and it is also greater than f of a minus h. If in a small neighborhood of any point, the value is greater than at that point to every neighborhood, then that point is called point of maxima. So a function fx has local maxima here at x equal to a. Here at x equal to a, the function fx has a local maxima, and we are checking where in the immediate means very close, immediate neighborhood of x equal to a. Then this point is giving you local or relative maxima at x equal to a. Similarly, if we have at any point b, this is your b, and this is the right hand neighborhood of b plus h, and suppose this is your left hand neighborhood b minus h, and the value at b is less than value of b plus h is also less than value of b minus h. So fx h local minima at x equal to b, and we are taking very small or immediate neighborhood of b here. So these are called local or relative maxima and minima. A function can have more than one local maxima or local minima, can have more than one local maxima and minima. Now, how to check maxima and minima? So test for extremums or maxima or minima of a function. We have two cases when the given function is differentiable up to required order. In the case 1, when function is differentiable, I am taking first method, that's called first derivative method. When fx h first derivative or f dash x exists, then if we draw the wave graph for this, suppose we have a function fx, its a derivative is f dash x, collect the critical point. I am taking critical point at a and b. What is the critical point? Where f dash x equal to 0 or f dash does not exist, and both we are collecting here. So I'm taking two critical point a and b, and at a and b, if we are able to draw the wave graph, I have discussed it in lecture 14, and it is plus minus plus, then b is your point of minima. Remember here, the coefficient of variables are positive here, or the inequality factor are positive. A is called point of maximum. How I am claiming here? See, if you see a simple graph, like this is your position. At this point, at the critical point, when we are going to equate derivative equal to 0, it means the tangent is parallel to x-axis. At just before this point, a minus h, if we draw the tangent, then tangent look like this. It means it is making an acute angle with positive x-axis. And if angle is acute, then your tan theta is positive, our slope is positive. But in the right neighborhood, a plus h, if you draw the tangent at a plus h at this graph, the angle is obtuse. When the angle is obtuse, your tan theta will be negative. Rm will be negative. It means if the sign changes from minus to plus, here if we see, if plus to minus, it is we see from left to right from, because this is an increasing order. It is from plus to minus we get the point of maximum. Plus to minus, it is point of maximum. Similar algorithm we follow for minimum point, minima case. You can see we are getting change of slope from negative to positive in the immediate neighborhood of B. If you are not understanding, I can see for B also here. Similarly, you can draw a picture I'm drawing here for the case of minima. This is your B. This is your left hand neighborhood. If you draw the tangent here, the tangent is making obtuse angle. It means tan is going to be negative. But if in the right hand neighborhood negative, you can see this is a negative sign. But if you take the right hand neighborhood of B, B plus H, if you draw the tangent at here, your tangent is making acute angle with the positive x-axis. In this case, it is going to be positive. It means B will be the point of minima. You can see this is representing the minimum value of function here. This is representing the maximum value of function here. But remember, we can have more than one maxima and minima in any interval. This is a point local maxima, this is local minima, this is local maxima, this is again a local minima. And what are the critical points? Geometrically, these are the critical points which are parallel at the points where the tangent is parallel to x-axis. Those will be the critical point. Those will be the critical point, or its derivative is not defined. So let's see one example based on first derivative test. Example 1. If we have a function f x, 5x cubed plus 2x square minus 3x. Check the extremum. Interval is not given. It means we are talking in the entire real system. So what will be the derivative? F dash x will be 15x square plus 4x minus 3. For critical points, f dash x we have to make 0. 15x square plus 4x minus 3 equal to 0. If you factorize it, you will get there are two factors. 3x minus 1, 5x plus 3. So these are two critical points here. Or if you are not, you can see there the critical point are 1 by 3 and minus 3 by 5. There are two critical points here, 1 by 3 and minus 3 by 5. And you can see that if you are not equating it 0, or you just write f dash x equal to 3x minus 1 into 5x plus 3 for seeing the nature together maxima and minima, you can see that the coefficient of variable is positive. 5 and 3 both are positive here. So 1 by 3 is the position here and minus 3 by is position here. It is your plus infinity, it is your minus infinity. You can see my lecture 14. I have discussed linear inequality. So it will go plus minus plus. I told you when sign is changing from minus to plus, this will be the point of minima. And plus to minus, then this point will be the point of maximum. Point of maximum. So minimum value will be minimum value. There are two concepts here. Minima, where you are getting the minimum. We are getting the minimum at x equal to 1 by 3. And what will be the minimum value? The value of function at 1 by 3. This is called point of minimum. And what is the maximum value? We are getting the maximum value at minus 3 by 5. And these maximum and minimum are called local maxima or local minima, or relative maxima or relative minima. Now, second case we have when we don't have polynomial every time. We have suppose trigonometric or logarithmic or exponential function. Then first derivative test is very difficult because many times we are not able to judge the coefficient of variable. So we get maxima in place of minima when we are not able to adjust the factors. Then we go for nth derivative test. Nth derivative test is applicable in each case when function is any type, but the primary condition is function is differentiable up to nth order. So suppose you have a function y equal to fx. I am telling you the algorithm. Differentiation will be the f dash x. For critical points, f dash x equal to 0. And you have to also include the critical point where its derivative does not exist. Now, so it is differentiable, and we are taking its critical points are a and b. It means the function is, we can take any point C also where the function is not differentiable. Means we are talking here piecewise differentiability, or piecewise means it is differentiable in the entire domain except some 1, 2, 3, 4 points or countable number points that will be included in critical point. Now we will find second derivative d2y by dx2. It is your f double dash x. If double dash for we check at any point x equal to a, if you are going to check at x equal to a, you will get f double dash a. Now we will see the nature of f double dash a. It can be positive, it can be negative, it can be 0. If it is positive, then it is point of minima. X equal to a is point of minima. How you can see from the concavity I've discussed in the previous lecture, or by the seeing Taylor series expansion of this function, which I will discuss in several variable case. This will be the point of maxima x equal. It is needed further investigation. When f double dash is 0, it needs further investigation. How we will further investigate? If f double dash a is 0, we will find third derivative d cube over dx cube, f triple dash x. See, that's why this is called nth derivative test, not second derivative test. If you say second derivative test, it is not correct name of this test. It's nth derivative test because we have to go more than second. We have to go more than second derivative test if we get further investigation case. Then check at x equal to a, d cube over dx cube at x equal to a, we will check. It will give you f triple dash a. If f triple dash a is not equal to 0, neither maxima nor minima at x equal to a. Neither maxima nor minima at x equal to a. If it is 0, proceed further. Proceed further. Now what will do? We will find the fourth derivative. D to the power 4 over dx to the power 4 is fourth derivative, and at x equal to a, it will be fourth derivative at x equal to a. Now again, if it is positive, it is point of minima. If it is negative, point of maxima. If it is 0, further investigation. Means we have to go for 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th further. So this is the complete algorithm for this method. Let's see some examples. Suppose we have a function x minus 2 to the power 4 and we want to check the maxima and minima of this function. So f dash x will be 4 times x minus 2 whole cube. For critical points f dash x equal to 0, 4x minus 2 cube equal to 0, x will be 2, comma 2, comma 2. Now what will be the second derivative? 12x minus 2 whole square. So at x equal to 2, if we check second derivative, this will be the 12 into 2 minus 2 whole square is 0. Means we cannot make any comment. It's a need further investigation. Further investigation. We have to find the third derivative. Third derivative will be 12x minus 2. Check the third derivative at 2, it will be 0. Proceed further. If it is non-zero, then x equal to 2 is point of neither maximum nor minimum or saddle point. Now, check fourth derivative. It will be 24. So at x equal to 2, it will give you 24. It is a positive value. It means point of minima. So x equal to 2 is point of minima. We will get the minima at x equal to 2. And what will be the minimum value? Minimum value will be the value of function at x equal to 2. If you put x equal to 2, it will be 0 to the power 4 equal to 0. So this is the way for nth derivative test. But we can use a shortcut method for this question. X minus 2 to the power 4. And as it is a polynomial, we can use the first derivative test for it. How? F dash x equal to 4x minus 2 whole cube. What is the critical point? 2 is the critical point. Now see, you can see the power is odd. Odd power is tackled as a linear power because linear is also odd number. You can see my lecture 40. So it will be plus minus. Sign we will use plus minus. When you are changing from minus to plus, this is the point of minima. So using first derivative test, it is very easy. X equal to 2 is point of minima and minimum value is f at 2 or 0. Minimum value is f of 2 or 0. Now we have another case. When function is not differentiable. In the previous two methods, we are assuming that function is differentiable up to required order. Here are three cases arise, three situations. Situation first. When fx is, suppose fx is not differentiable at x equal to a. Fx is continuous at x equal to a. Means we are supposing continuity, but not differentiability at x equal to a. And f dash a minus h and f dash a plus h exist. What is the meaning? Left hand derivative at a and right hand derivative are existing but not equal. F dash a minus h is not equal to f dash a plus h and non-zero, and both are non-zero also. Non-zero both. It means if left hand derivative is not equal to right hand derivative, function is not differentiable, means but continuous at x equal to a, and both are non-zero. in this situation, if left hand derivative is positive and right hand derivative is negative, then x equal to a will be point of local maximum. Second, if left hand derivative is negative and right hand derivative is positive, then x equal to a is point of local minimum. It means if both have opposite nature, then this situation can be handled. When both are not equal and non-zero and have opposite signs, then if both have this type of signs, we can check the point. For example, if we take fx equal to mod x, at x equal to 0, we know that this function is not differentiable. But if we break this function, we can observe that its derivative is 1 minus 1 when x is positive, when x is negative. We are not using 0 equality sign here because the function is not differentiable at x equal to 0. It means right hand derivative is 1 and left hand derivative is minus 1. Both have opposite nature and they are satisfying the second condition, I think, because a equal to 0 here. So left hand derivative is negative and right hand derivative is positive. Then x equal to a is a point of local minima. So you can observe here in the mod x graph, x equal to 0 is a point of minima. This can be seen by graph or by this result also. Second situation is when fx is continuous at x equal to a and f dash a minus h and f dash a plus h exist. Both are existing, but one of the derivative, one of them is 0, LHD or RHD. Then we use neighborhood approach to check local maxima or minima. What is neighborhood approach? I have discussed in the immediate neighborhood. At x equal to a, if the value at x equal to a is greater than its neighborhoods a plus h and a minus h, the value is greater than at x equal to a, then a is called point of maxima, and similarly for b also, point of minimum. In the situation 3, when fx is not continuous at x equal to a, not continuous at x equal to a, then use neighborhood approach. I have discussed already this approach. How? At x equal to a, if the value at x equal to a is greater than the value of function at a plus h and the value of function at a minus h, then a is point of maxima. And similarly for local minima case, if the value at b is less than the value of b plus h, it is less than the value of function at b minus h, then b is point of minima. Let's have some remarks. So before going to some let's start concept of global maxima and minima, then we will see some remarks. What is the global maxima and minima? Suppose in an interval, this is your interval a to b, or in any domain minus infinity to plus infinity, the graph of the function is look like this. You have this point as a local maxima, you have this point as a local maxima, you have this point as local maxima. You have this point as a local minima, you have this point as a local minima. Then the maximum value of all local maxima is called global maxima. It's called global maxima. And the minimum value of all local minimum is called global minimum. If we see in an interval, let's see in some intervals. Suppose a function fx is defined in the closed interval a comma b. Case 1. In closed interval a comma b. If we have a graph of function is look like this. This is a point of maxima, this is a point of maxima, this is a point of maxima. And the some value at a and b also. We don't know the value. It is a and b is our critical point or not, we don't know here. In that case, global maximum is given as the max of all local maximums. Local maximum, suppose these are some critical points C1, C2, C3. C1, C2, C3. So the value of FC1, FC2, FC3, and we have to also check the value at the boundary points. Remember here, if the interval is closed, we have to check the maximum or minimum value at the boundary point also. What is the global minimum? It is always unique. But the means you have only one global maxima and one global minima if exist. But you can have more than one local maxima or local minima. It is the minimum of all the values. Suppose this is a point D1 where you are getting local minima. This is a D2 point. FD1, FD2 are the points where you are getting local minimums, and FA, F. So this is the definition of global minimum. But if you are in the interval, open interval, in open interval a comma b, then no need to check the value of the function at the boundary point because boundary points are not included here. Then the global maximum is max of all local maximums. Take the maximum value of all these local maximums. And global minimum is minimum of all the local minimums. Here FA and FB cannot find. Some remarks we have. If a function fx has maxima oblique minima at x equal to a, then its reciprocal function has minima oblique maxima at x equal to. Just nature is changed. Maximum become minimum, minimum become maximum. If a function fx has maxima or minima at x equal to a, then minus fx, if we multiply minus sign, has minimum oblique maximum at x equal to a. Nature is just changed here. Nature is just changed here. So this is the theory of maxima and minima. Let's see some examples. Previous year question here. Quickly. The minimum value of the function occurs at. The question is fx is given to you. This is a 2017 ESC problem. X cubed by 3 minus x. It is a polynomial function, so we can use first derivative test. It will be very useful. 3x square over 3 minus 1. So f dash x equal to x square minus 1. It can be written as x minus 1, x plus 1. You can see both the variables coefficient are positive. So you can draw the wave graph here. 1, minus 1, 1. Plus, minus, plus. So lecture 14 is very important. Now see, change of minus to plus. This is a point of minima. This is the point of maxima, local. You are using and occurs at minimum occurs at minimum. Point of minimum is x equal to minus 1. So x equal to minus 1 is the answer for this problem. Next problem is point of maximum is x equal to minus 1 and you are searching for minimum value. Minimum is occurring at x equal to 1. Sorry, x equal to 1 is the correct answer. Minimum is occurring at x equal to 1 here. Second problem is very important problem and one of my favorite. The range of values of k for which this function fx k square minus 4x square plus 6x cube plus 8x to the power 4 has a local maximum at x equal to 0. The point is given, nature is given, you have to find the value k. You know f dash x is k square minus 4 into 2x plus 12x is 18x square plus 32x cube. Can you tell me what is given to you? Local maxima at 0 means at 0 second derivative is negative. Point is given, critical point is given 0. Local maximum means second derivative is negative. Second derivative is negative here. Then only you are getting point of maximum. So take the second derivative. F double dash x will be 2 times k square minus 4 plus 36x plus 96x square. Now use this condition. F double dash 0 less than 0. Put x equal to 0, you will get 2k square minus 4 less than 0 or k minus 2k plus 2 less than 0. The coefficient of variable k is positive, so you can draw the wave graph here. Minus 2 plus 2. Plus minus plus. You want negative k less than 0, not equality sign here. Less than means negative, so k belongs to minus 2 or minus 2 less than k less than 2. I told you the definition of open interval. If x belongs to a comma b, then a less than x less than b. So this is the C option is correct for it. The third problem is the minimum of the real valued function fx occurs at x equal to. You see fx is given to you x minus 1 2 by 3. F dash x is 2 by 3 x minus 1 to the power minus 1 by 3 or 2 by 3 1 upon x minus 1 to the power 1 by 3. At x equal to 1, f dash x does not exist. So x equal to 1 is critical point. I told you the point where the function does not the function is not differentiable is also critical point. And the coefficient of this point is positive, so you can use the wave graph here. X equal to 1 plus minus infinity plus infinity look like a polynomial function. So minus to plus, it means point of minima. So x equal to 1 is point of minima here. You are getting minima at x equal to 1. Fourth, the maximum value of the function at which point f t is equal to e to the power minus t minus 2e to the power minus twice t. So f dash t will be minus e to the power minus t plus 4e to the power minus 2t. For critical points, f dash t equal to 0. So minus e to the power minus t plus 4e to the power minus 2t equal to 0. 4e to the power minus 2t equal to e to the power minus t. Let e to the power minus t as x, then it will be 4x square equal to x, or x if you take common 4 minus x equal to 0, so x equal to 0 and 4. X equal to 0 means e to the power minus 2 equal to 0, which is not possible because exponential function is always positive. E to the power minus t is always positive. Check the second case. E to the power minus t is equal to 4, then minus t is equal to log 4 minus t is equal to log 4. I think it is 1 by 4 here. If you take common 4x minus 1, I have been wrong here. So it will be 1 by 4. So it is 1 by 4. So e to the power t will be 4. If you take the reciprocal here, then t will be the log 4. T will be the log 4. 4x minus 1 will be the another factor. 4x minus 1 equal to 0. If you factorize it, so you are getting t equal to log 4. Now you have to check the second derivative only. So you have critical point t equal to log 4. Now check the second derivative. So ft was e to the power minus t minus 2 e to the power minus t, and you have point t equal to log 4. Check the second derivative. F double dash t, you will get e to the power minus t. I am giving you as a homework. It will give you minus 8 e to the power minus 2t. Now you check the double derivative at log 4, you will get the negative value. You will get the negative value. So t equal to log 4 will give you the maximum value. I am not using first derivative here because it is an exponential function. So very difficult to draw the wave graph for this type of function, log x, sin x, trigonometric function. But polynomials, you have to just make coefficient positive. Example 5, this is a very famous problem. E to the power y is equal to x to the power 1 upon x. Then y has. Y can be written as, if you take the log in the right hand side, x to the power 1 by x. Or y is equal to 1 upon x, log x base. If you do the differentiation, dy by dx, it will be x square, x into 1 upon x minus log x. And here x is greater than 0. Add one more thing, x is positive here. And if you differentiate x, you will get 1. So it is 1 minus ln x over x square. This point is not disturbing here because x is positive. So for critical points, dy by dx equal to 0. 1 minus log x equal to 0. So log x equal to 1. So x equal to e. So x equal to e is the critical point here. Now you find second derivative. And you can check the second derivative at x equal to e. Second derivative at x equal to e. You can check that is a negative. Is negative. I am giving you a homework. So x equal to e is point of maximum. Point of maximum. Okay. Based on this example, I have one more problem. Suppose your function is only this, x to the power 1 by x. Then you take the log both the side. It will be 1 upon x log x. If you differentiate both the side, 1 upon y dy by dx. Find maxima or minima. This is another problem. 5b. It will be 1 minus log x over x square. Or dy by dx is equal to y 1 minus log x over x square. So for critical points, dy by dx equal to 0. So y 1 minus log x over x square equal to 0. Here x is positive. So y will be again positive. So this value is not going to disturb. It means 1 minus log x equal to 0. Because these two are not going to be 0. So ultimately for making this product 0, we have to make this is equal to 0. So x equal to e again. You can check the second derivative. Similarly, is a negative. So at x equal to e, each point of maxima, each point of maxima. We have very good result using this problem. It means if we check at 2 points, check at x equal to e and x equal to pi. E to the power 1 upon e is greater than pi to the power 1 upon pi. If we put x equal to e here, e to the power 1 upon e. If we put x equal to pi, pi to the power 1 upon pi. Why? Because e is point of maxima here. So this value will be the greater. Now if we take the power in this side, it will be e to the power pi is greater than pi to the power e. This is a very famous result. See, if you have a to the power b equal to c to the power d, then a to the power 1 upon d equal to b to the power 1 c to the power 1 upon d. Power becomes reciprocal if you go in another side. Here inequality will not change because both the base are greater than 1. If the base are less than 1, then equality change. Then equality will be kept as same. So e to the power pi is greater than pi to the power e is an application of this problem. Next example is the function f t equal to sine t over t, h, a minima, a discontinuity, a point of inflection, a maximum. So at t equal to 0, we have to check. So what will be the first derivative f dash t? It will be t square t cos t minus sine t. T cos t minus sine t. As given to you, t equal to 0 is a critical point, and another way is critical point is f dash t equal to 0, and it is not defined at t equal to 0. So t equal to 0 is critical point here. It is not defined at t equal to 0. You can see here. But this is defined at t equal to 0. 0 by 0 case, limiting case is defined. The value of function is not given here. So t equal to 0 is a critical point here. If we find the double derivative at t equal to 0, you can check that it is equal to minus 1 by 3 or negative. So t equal to 0 is point of maximum. If you do the graph, you can see this graph is at t tending to 0, it tending to 1 only. At t approaches to 0, ft approaches to 1. And this is the maximum value of sine t by t. So if you draw the graph of this function, it's look like this is the graph and this is the maximum value is 1. You can see it by graphically also. Next problem is find the maximum and minimum value of the function fx equal to sin x plus cos 2x in 0 to 2 pi. If we make the first derivative, it is your cos x minus 2 sin 2x. For critical points f dash x equal to 0, cos x minus 2 sin 2x can be written as 2 sin x cos x equal to 0. If we take the cos x common, it will become 1 minus 4 sin x equal to 0. Then you have 2 factor cos x equal to 0 and sin x equal to 1 by 4. So cos x equal to 0 can be written as cos pi by 2. If you write the general formula, then it is equal to cos 2n pi plus minus pi by 2. So x equal to 2n pi plus minus pi by 2. For n equal to 0, you will get x equal to pi by 2 and minus pi by 2, but minus pi by 2 is not in the given domain. For n equal to 1, you will get 3 pi by 2 and 5 pi by 2. 5 pi by 2 is not in the domain, so you have to take 2 points only. Pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2 you have to check. Similarly, for sin x equal to 1 by 4, you can write sin x equal to sine of sine inverse 1 by 4 to this point. sine of sine inverse 1 by 4, then x will be n pi plus minus 1 to the power sine inverse 1 by 4. For n equal to 0, you will get sine inverse 1 by 4 only. For n equal to 1, you will get pi minus sine inverse 1 by 4. For n equal to 2, you will get x equal to pi 2 pi plus sine inverse 1 by 4. And this is in acute angle, so it will be greater than 2 pi. It is outside the domain, and you cannot take negative because it will go to minus sign, but interval is 0 to 2 pi only. So you have 4 critical points here. Pi by 2, 3 pi by 2 critical points are pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, sine inverse 1 by 4, and pi minus sine inverse 1 by 4. So as these point, you have to check the second derivative. As these point, you have to check the second derivative. Now, how to check the second derivative here? F double dash x is, you just differentiate it again, minus sine x minus 4 cos 2x. Minus sine x minus 4 cos 2x. Now find the value at pi by 2. Find the value at pi by 2. You will get minus sine pi by 2. Minus sine pi by 2 is minus 1. And minus 1 minus 4 into minus 1. So it is your 3. It means it's a greater than 0. So minima at pi by 2. Local minima at pi by 2. Similarly, f double dash 3 pi by 2, if you check at 3 pi by 2, you will get minus sine 3 pi by 2. It means it will be plus 1 here, and cos 2 into 3 pi by 2, cos 3 pi will be the minus 1 again. So it will give you minus 2. It is your less than 0. So it is a maxima at 3 pi by 2. Similarly, you can check at, I'm checking here, sine inverse 1 by 4. How to find sine inverse 1 by 4? You can find sine inverse sine 1 by 4. If you have sine inverse 1 by 4, you can find the cos 2x also using the inverse trigonometry. You have double dash at sine inverse 1 by 4. If you find, we have to check the 3 pi by 2. I'm going to rub it. Okay, let's see. Let's see. What is your double derivative here? Double derivative is minus cos x minus 4 minus sin x minus 4 cos 2x. And at pi by 2, I have already told you, f double dash pi by 2, it is your minus 1 plus 4. So it is 3. It means it is point of minima. It is point of minima. Now, at x equal to 3 pi by 2, f double dash 3 pi by 2, if you check, it will be minus sine 3 pi by 2 minus cos 3 pi. Sine 3 pi by 2 is minus 1, minus cos 3 pi is your cos, it will be 1 only. So it will be minus 3. It will be the point of maxima. Point of maxima. 3 pi by 2 will give you minus sine 3 pi by 2. So it will be sine 180 plus theta minus sine theta minus plus 1. And it will give you cos 3 pi. So cos 3 pi is again minus 1. So it will be plus 5. It is greater than 0. It is a point of minima here. So now you have 2 point of minima, x equal to pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2. Now check at sine inverse 1 by 4. How to check sine inverse 1 by 4? Minus sine inverse 1 by 4 minus 4 cos 2x. Cos 2x is 2 1 minus 2 sine square x. 2 sine square x. Now you put it will be minus 1 by 4 minus 4, 1 minus 2 sine x whole square, sine inverse 1 by 4 whole square. So you can check it is negative. So it is point of maxima. And similarly, you can check for pi minus sine inverse double derivative at pi minus sine inverse 1 by 4. It is also less than 0, then point of maxima. So check the value of function all these 4 points. Pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, pi by 2 you will get 0, 3 pi by 2 you will get minus 2. Sine inverse 1 by 4 you will get 5 by 4. And at pi minus sine inverse 1 by 4 you will get minus 0.625. Then these two have you will get some, I don't know about this point, you have to check. I'm not sure about this point. You have to check for this point. Then 5 by 4 is the global maxima and minus 2 is global minima here. So global maximum is 5 by 4 and global minimum is minus 2. I did not check for this point. I'm suggesting to all check for this point also. Example, the maximum value of the function f(x) equal to log 1 plus x minus x. So f dash x equal to 1 upon 1 plus x minus 1. So if you take the LCM, 1 plus x, 1 plus 1 minus 1 minus x. So it is minus 1 upon 1 plus x. So f dash x equal to minus x upon 1 plus x. So what are the critical points here? It is 0 at x equal to 0 and it is not defined at minus 1. So 0 and minus 1 are critical points. But if you see this is the negative sign. So if we compare with minus g dash x, then g dash x also has critical point 0 and minus 1. But nature will be opposite because you have minus sign here. So if we use that, this is a polynomial, so we can use polynomial in numerator and denominator both. So you can use the wave graph here. So 0 and minus 1. So this is plus infinity, this is your minus infinity. Plus, minus, plus. So 0 is point of minima for gx function. So x equal to 0 is point of maxima for fx because we have negative sign relation. I told you this remark. This minus 1 is point of maxima for gx. So x equal to minus 1 is point of minima for fx. But you can see that here x is not equal to minus 1. X is greater than minus 1. It means he is not checking at minus 1. So minus 1 is not critical point here because it is not included in the domain here. If it is included in the domain here, we have to check at minus 1 also. Why? Because at x equal to minus 1, log 1 plus x is not defined. That's why he is not picking x equal to minus 1. So no need to write for x equal to minus 1, but we have checked because we did not see the function properly here. And it is given in the question also. It means we have to check at x equal to 0 only. So x equal to 0 is the point of minima for gx. Then it will be the point of maximum for fx because it is with negative sign. X equal to 0. Next is the maximum value of fx. This is a very important question. Fx equal to a maximum value is asked. It means we are interested in global maximum. 12x minus 3. When x is belonging to closed interval 0 to 3, see carefully, closed interval is given to you. Now, what is the f dash x? It is 6x square minus 18x plus 12. If you can write it 6 common, then x square minus 3x plus 2. Or 6x minus 1x minus 2. Both the coefficient of variable are positive and it is a polynomial function. So use the wave graph here. Plus minus plus here, minus infinity here, plus infinity. So this is the point of minima. This is the point of maxima. and you are checking the maximum value. So how you find the global maxima? Global maximum is the maximum value we have to check at f at 0, f at 3 boundary point. We have to check at boundary point always in the closed interval case, and the critical point. And the critical point where we are getting local maxima is 1. So f at 1. So check at the value as these 3 points. So f0 is -3. f3 is, if you check at x equal to 3, you will get the value is, the value at x equal to 3 is 6. You can check. And at x equal to 1, the value will be x equal to 1. If you check, f1 will be 2 minus 9 plus 12 minus 3. So 14 minus 12, it will be 2 only. You can check the value at 3 also. So 3 3 are 9, 3 are 27, 54 minus 9, 981 plus 36 minus 3. So 90 minus 84, it is 6. So what is the maximum value? 6. So the global maximum is value is 6 at x equal to 3. It is not occurring at critical point. It is occurring at boundary point. It means this function is strictly increasing, because strictly increasing function attained maximum value at second boundary point, and strictly decreasing function attained the minimum value at first boundary point or left boundary point. Next question, at x equal to 0, the function fx. I have discussed already this problem when function is not differentiable. At x equal to 0 is point of minima. I have discussed in theory, because the right hand derivative is positive, it is tan 45 degree, and the left hand derivative at 0 is negative. In this case, x equal to 0 is point of maximum, and function is continuous at x equal to 0 here. Similar problem 11, I have discussed 9. In the closed interval, fx equal to 2x cube minus 3x square, and x belongs to -1, 2. The global minimum is asked. So f dash x is 3x is 6x square minus 6x. If you take the common 6, it is x minus 1. Both the coefficients are positive. So 0 and 1 are the critical point here, plus minus plus. This is the point of minima. This is the point of maximum. So what will be the global minimum? Global minimum is the minimum of value at -1, at 2. You have to check at boundary point also, because it is closed interval, comma at f1. F1. You have to check the value as 3 points, and the minimum value you have to take. The minimum value you have to take. The value at -1, if you put x equal to -1, you will get -5. The value at 2, you will get 4. The value at 1, you will get -1. So what will be the minimum value? The minimum value is -5 at x equal to -1. It means this function is strictly decreasing. Next is strictly increasing. This function is strictly increasing, because minimum is attaining at this point and maximum is attaining at 2. Find the maximum value of fx equal to e to the power sin x minus cos x. We can write like this. If we take in the numerator it, then f dash x equal to e to the power sin x minus cos x, and derivative is cos x plus sin x. So for critical points, f dash x equal to 0. So e to the power sin x minus cos x plus sin x equal to 0, and exponential is never 0. Then cos x plus sin x equal to 0 will give you tan x equal to -1. So x equal to 3 pi by 4. So check the double derivative. You can see that double derivative at 3 by 4 is negative. So point of maxima, And what will be the maximum value? Find the value at 3 pi by 4. So e to the power sine 3 pi by 4 minus cos 3 pi by 4 will give you e to the power. You can find. Value we always find from here, and point we always from this concept here, critical point concept here, and second derivative or nth derivative give the nature of the function. And this is the last problem. Fx equal to x square minus 4 to the power whole square. F dash x can be written as 2 times x square minus 4, and derivative of x square is 2x. Then it can be written as 4x into x minus 2x plus 2. If you draw the wave graph, all the variables are positive here. The critical points are minus 2, 0 and 2. So here plus, here minus, here plus, here minus. This is your minus infinity, this is your plus infinity. This is your point of minimum. From right hand side, always first point is point of minimum. This is point of maximum, local maximum. This is point of minimum. So how many local minimum points you are getting? You are getting 2 minimum points, and you are getting local minimum point. You are getting. So this is the end of the lecture. I hope you will enjoy this lecture. In the next lecture, we will study calculus in several variables. It means we will study limit continuity differentiability in more than one independent variable. Thank you.